The line between the living and the restless dead is terrifyingly thin. Let's explore exactly why in this explainer.
Okay, let's dive into this. Never ask their destination. Why would an isolated gas station demand absolute silence?
Basically, the restless dead are spirits permanently stuck here because of sudden trauma or unfulfilled earthly duties. Take our first story. A guy named Arjun gets a desperate night shift at a completely isolated petrol pump.
He finds his boss's red diary with crazy rules. Stay totally silent, stash freezing cash, lock up by 3 a.m. A dark car rolls up. Arjun accidentally speaks, only to grab outdated cash from a literally freezing skeletal hand.
Now, what's really interesting here is a 1998 newspaper. These phantom drivers? Victims of a massive midnight crash.
Here's the thing. Victims of sudden deaths don't actually know they died. They're just endlessly reliving their final moments.
And at exactly 3 a.m., total chaos. Phantom cars swarm the station with glowing green eyes and deafening honking.
Miraculously surviving, Arjun finds a left-behind key. It's proof one spirit finally accepted its fate and found peace.
So the petrol pump is all about strict survival rules, right? But our next story is completely different.
It begs a pretty chilling question. Why on earth do the dead actively seek us out?
Meet Shambhu. He gets the super urgent letter and travels to a remote village to find his brother.
Things get creepy fast. Phantom footsteps, unnaturally cold hugs, and literally a skeleton sitting right by the stove.
Then comes the twist. Shambhu's brother drops a bomb. Absolutely no one in this village is alive. Turns out, a massive dengue epidemic wiped out the entire town. There were 0 survivors left to mourn them.
What they desperately need is pinned dawn, the Hindu last rites essential for liberating a soul. His ghost brother makes one final selfless request: sell his land to build a women's school for the living. By fulfilling these obligations and performing the rites, Shambhu actually breaks the cycle, finally granting the village peace.
And this brilliantly illustrates the contrast. One haunting needs mechanical survival rules, while the other requires deep empathy. So, beyond the jump scares, these ghost stories are really just profound lessons about human empathy and closure. If you met the restless dead, would you know the rules to survive or the empathy to save them?